Welcome to the show. Should I turn my mic on? It's good if I turn my mic on, right? I'm glad that I did. I hope that you got me now. Do you hear me? So the rant that you all just heard, was about a freaking garbage man. The garbage man that is picky and will not pick up my cardboard out on the street. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I love hardworking people. I'm not here to, denigrate a single job in the world, especially garbage men. Garbage men keep our neighborhoods beautiful. Without the garbage man, who's more important in your neighborhood, the garbage man or the doctor? Okay, well, it depends on if you have a health or a trash problem, right? Everyone's equally important and plays their own role in the world, okay? I got a picky garbage man. I broke my boxes down. I put them in one big cardboard box where all the broken cardboard boxes were down, and they didn't take it. And it rained last night. And I spent my entire half my morning dragging my freaking Usagi cardboard boxes back into my garage. Not happy. You might be right about this. Torben says it was the garbage man who muted your mic too, right? No, that was my fault. Frickin' A. Rockin', you're right. Bear also has issues with cardboard. He does. You got to break these damn boxes down. I did. I broke all the boxes down. So they're nice, thin boxes, but I had 50 of them. So then I take all of those boxes, put them together in a box because they can't all fit in my recycling bin. I did my job. It was a frickin' garbage man who didn't do his. It rained. It rained last night in San Francisco. Yes, it did. Anyway, sorry I didn't have my mic on at the beginning of the show. I was just in a Zoom meeting, so I had it muted through most of it. It is great to have you here today. It's Wednesday, July 31st. I'm all discombobulated. I got to go take the damn Kia Sorento down to Burlingame today and spend 4 hours waiting for them to do whatever the latest recall is for you just buy it and drive it and never worry about it. This is like the third or fourth recall slice of bullshit that Kia has put on my plate. So I got to do that. This is going to be a quick show today. I also forgot my freaking coffee upstairs. I'm all turned around. You are here. It is great to have you here. You are probably here because of that maybe Cody Schrader thumbnail. Let's talk Cody Schrader because I love when veterans whose voices matter start talking and glowingly about the rookies around him. And apparently Cody Schrader is a football guy. If I give you a little Trent Baalke. Kyle Juszczyk asked a question by Larry Krueger. What are your impressions of the young guys? And he had glowing things to say about Cody Schrader. Just the guy's lunch pail. Some people, it's hard to get into football mode. This guy just slides right into football mode. In the locker room, he's cool to deal with. On the field, he's cool to deal with. He is not in head over his water in meetings. He's a football guy. That's good news on Cody Schrader. I love hearing that Jordan Mason is just in great shape, and this running back room is deep. And how about this? You gamers out there will be happy to know Christian McCaffrey has officially joined the Madden 99 club. I mean, he should. Guy's incredible. But not only does Kyle Shanahan have a running back at 99, I'm really excited about what Cody Schrader could add to the team this year. What Elijah Mitchell obviously is going to do as this team's backup primary, you'd think, running back. But Jordan Mason is making inroads, and one of the common threads that you hear out of Santa Clara is everybody is sitting with their position groups and looking around their room in their meetings. And even though they might have been with the 49ers for a few years or maybe have come from another team, you got a lot of guys looking up and saying, this is one of the deepest, best position rooms I have seen. One of the questions about position groups that are a little scary for, some Niner fans is this offensive line. Well, the pads are on a week into camp now, and Dominic Pooney is starting to look like a starter, according to all precincts reporting. Right guard Dominic Pooney Got this off of, I believe, Niner Nation. Dominic Pooney at his best day at starting to look like a potential starting right guard for the 49ers, and the guy's taking advantage of his situation. Again, life is talent. You got to have talent to get through life, but if you get the choice between talent and timing, timing's really important too, man. Timing is really, really important, and the timing of Spencer Burford and John Feliciano being out with knee injuries just opens the door for Pooney to get in there, get reps, and impress. And this is, I think, a good thing for him, certainly. And hopefully it turns out to be a good thing for the 49ers. Pooney is starting to make the most of his opportunities over at right guard. So that is good news for the San Francisco 49ers. I got good news for you. I got really good news for you. I know a man who sells delicious sandwiches, and he wants to sell one to you today. His name is Ike. Ike has an app. I want you to download that app. And I'm going to tell you right now, at the end of the downloading of that app, you are going to see options. Options. What do I want on my sandwich? How fat do I want to get today? Do I want to be less fat today, or do I want to be extra fat today? Does this sandwich really need mozzarella sticks on it? The answer is yes. It's incredible. Everything at Ike's is incredible. Don't take my word for it. Start finding out yourself. If you eat your way through the menu, you're going to be eating good for years because he's got 1,000 different sandwiches to offer you. Get yourself to Ike's. Download that app. Earn your way towards free sandwiches, and you will be happy. You'll be happy when you walk into the Dubliner. Everybody at Plus Mania this last weekend was happy walking into the Dubliner. Oh, it was great seeing everyone. Great seeing the boys behind the bar. Great hanging out with a whole bunch of people in the bar who didn't know us, didn't know what Plus Mania was or cared, and we got along with everybody. That's what we do over here. We get along with everybody. So, again, I got to go get along with a Kia dealership a little bit later on this afternoon. Great. I will say this, though. Down in Burlingame, man, they got some really nice, bougie little lovely lady stores that sell lovely little, like, patisseries. I've been in French mode. Maybe it's the Olympics. Maybe I want some French toast. Little croissant, little baguette. I love it. Love me some French delicacies. So I will eat some French delicacies. I will sip coffee. I've got 3 hours to kill while they do yet another freaking recall in the Kia Sorento. Not a Deathmobile, but not as easy as, used to have a Honda. That thing, all you need to do is put gas in it. Ran forever. All right. So, look, thanks to Ike's, thanks to Dubliner, and I'm going to tell you what, starting tomorrow, throughout the show, throughout the week, you are going to be introduced to a new sponsor here on the channel. We are going to partner up with BetUS this year. You're going to see BetUS as a post-game sponsor this year and throughout the week, and we will give you a link. And if you are very interested in throwing a little money down to make your weekends more interesting, I've got a link for you that you will hopefully use and think about joining BetUS. So that will be part of shows coming up. We want to welcome them to the family. Our official family initiation with BetUS will begin tomorrow. Let's see. We also got Diamador Lenore delivering some high praise for Brandon Staley out of Santa Clara. Now, how about that? Niners Nation reports, and I saw the video clip on KNBR Tuesday. Lenore was speaking about how he thought his room was deeper than any room that he's been in since joining the 49ers. And look, you got Charvarius Ward, Isaac Yiadom, Lenore, rookie Renardo Green, Darrell Luter, Samuel Womack. These are talented guys. We don't know that much about Luter or Womack, but the word is that they're coming, and obviously, Lenore likes his room, and he really, really likes his coach. First of all, on the room, he says, quote, "I feel like I came in my rookie year. This is the most talent we've had in the whole secondary. I believe with just all the guys we have and people being able to do multiple things, play multiple positions, it's crazy. It's going to be tough decisions between all these guys because everyone in the room is talented." And yeah, again, Ward, Yiadom, Lenore, Green, Luter, Womack, one of those guys is not going to be on the team this year. One of those guys gets cut at the end of training camp. It's going to be a tough choice. Going to be a tough choice. And apparently, a guy who's going to be involved in that choice, because he's certainly involved in how corners are playing, is Brandon Staley, the great unknown. Brandon Staley is a coach that is out there, and what does he do? What would you say it is you do here, Brandon? Because you're clearly, you're not the defensive coordinator. He's not. Brandon Staley's not the defensive coordinator. But he is a voice in the room, and a voice that certainly carries and echoes as far as Diamador Lenore is concerned. Quote, he's a genius. It's like having Kyle on defense. Just the knowledge that he brings to the room and how much these guys respect him, respect his word when he speaks. It's a blessing for him to be here. I really respect him as a coach, as a person. The joy he brings our room with just the knowledge of teaching us so many things. It's a blessing to have him here. Well, okay. Now, nobody's really been through the crucible yet. A game hasn't been lost. A rep hasn't been lost. A down hasn't been lost. A series hasn't gone wrong. So obviously it's all kumbaya, everybody getting along right now. You add pressure, you add a little failure, you add some difficulty, some adversity to the room, and everything starts to change. But all you can do is be off to a good start. And look, the 49ers at training camp are off to a good start. I don't think that there's any way to try to wrap this into something more dramatic that's going on. It's not. You want to avoid drama right now. Hopefully the drama around Trent Williams and Brandon Ayuk will be settled shortly. We are, less than 2 weeks away. We're, 9 days away now from 49ers and Texans. No, excuse me. It's not the Texans. It's 49ers and Titans to open up the preseason schedule for both teams. I think we got preseason football. Chicago Bears. We got a Hall of Fame game coming up. I know that we got Team USA, South Sudan a little bit. Yeah, baby. I like that. Again, the Olympic. Mwah. How about the ladies, the gymnasts last night? They're freaking fantastic. Joe Schmo, eat at Ike's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, baby. Eat at Ike's. Albert, yeah, man. Get my haircut in Burlingame. Shout out Stacks in Burlingame. I used to go to Stacks. I did, but then you go around the corner there from Stacks, and I like Stacks. I'm not anti-Stacks in any way, shape, or form, but there's this little coffee shop that's it looks a touch bougie. Coffee shops are either wired as just come on in, get your coffee and go to work, or the coffee shop is designed for you to want to stay there and have a little lovely tea party. This is one of those coffee shops, but it's got a cappuccino that's so freaking good in it that I'm going to go there. They got good little plates. So sorry, Stacks. Sorry. Also, because I got to be there for 3 hours, the last thing I want is a large stack of pancakes and needing a nap and have nowhere to nap for hours. Up Team Toyota for life over here. Thank you, Christopher. Toyota for life. Hey, Farhan won't trade Yaz. Or can't. You're right about that, Joji. You are right about that. We'll get into baseball here in just a minute. Oh, look at Words of Wisdom flexing the wheels here. That's why I still drive a 1966 GT Mustang. Cat orange whistling. Oh, no, I thought you were describing your car. It's an orange cat whistling emoji, I guess. Hey, Damon, Grant's your biggest fan. You won't be when I'm done with him. Remember, the anticipation of death is worse than death itself. I think we learned that in a Steven Seagal movie. Anyway, let's see. Nathaniel, I wish I had as much confidence as our lady gymnasts. Yeah. I mean, get that Olympic level confidence. It's probably good for you. Stacks is the chain. Yeah, there you go. Stacks, solid pancakes. Shout out for Stacks. Stacks over here. Words of Wisdom. Stacks and Campbell. Stacks. Blue Bottle Coffee. There you go. Need me an Ike's for lunch today. Yes, you do. We all need that. We all need that in our lives. So we're not going to have a Club Plus again. I got to get down to Burlingame here in a little bit. Let's get back to the show and the fact that technology is coming for our jobs, right? Technology is eventually going to replace what? Everything. That's what AI's big worry is. Well, this isn't quite AI, but apparently the NFL is thinking about updating its operating system because the NFL, according to the AP, is getting closer and closer to replacing the chain gang with what we've been talking about for years. Somebody put a microchip in the tip of the football and we'll never have to worry about, was that a first down ever again, right? NFL executive Gary Brantley told the Associated Press that the league is testing Sony's Hawkeye technology during some preseason games. The system most likely won't be ready for full implementation until next season, but it could happen sooner if, I'm guessing, the tests go gangbusters. They officially realize they got something better. Quote, we're in the installation phase for all of our stadiums, really getting them calibrated and up to date. Hawkeye, along with being the least interesting Avenger, Hawkeye tracking services, basically the line to gain measurement. They're going to know if this is the first down, did your football get to it? Who is the frickin' the umpire who out of nowhere like pulled out an index card to show everybody, oh, it didn't hit the index, as you're that far away, first down, you're fourth and short, blah, blah, blah. Okay. By the way, Albert, he's already looking for somebody's going to hack the football, or CrowdStrike is going to go down during the Super Bowl and every down will be third down. Wouldn't that be incredible? Hey, if hacking a football gets you closer to winning, doesn't technically the team that sits closest to Silicon Valley have a little bit of an advantage over the league? Like the 49ers might not have a rest advantage, might have the worst rest disadvantage in football. But what if I told you that because we're the Bay Area, we got the best hacking advantage in football? There you go. You don't want to, you're not going to out-hack the Bay Area, right? Brilliant, Albert. Brilliant. The NFL has long used two bright orange sticks and a chain. It is pretty medieval when you think about it. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? The problem, let's be completely honest. Let's be totally honest here. The problem with the measurement has never been the sticks or the chain. It's the douchebag who's like holding the chain, the stick, and then like he rocks it back a little or rocks it forward a little, or the placement of the ball in the first place. That was a bad spot. This basically, what Hawkeye technology would do, would take the bad spot concept out of getting screwed out of a first down. And that sounds good to me. You know, eliminating human error sounds good to me. Human error in baseball, there's enough games in baseball to where human error can be, you know, a little bit of the show, a little bit of the controversy, a little bit of just how that sports works. And again, I never needed replay in baseball. Human error is there. If you're trying to eliminate human error and you want to go to robot umpires, well, then do it. You know, like if we're going to bring in technology to get shit right, don't just get some of the stuff right, get it all right. I would be very comfortable. There's enough baseball games with eliminating completely and forever any and all replay challenges, anything. There is enough wiggle room in a season to where one bad day at the yard is probably not going to affect where your year is going. Football is not like that. Football, every single snap of every game is massively important because there's so little of it. So get it, not some of it right, all of it right. And eliminating as much human error as humanly possible is what we need, what we officially need in our football games. It's always going to be difficult to, you know, negate or eliminate the human error that is a judgment call. Was that pass interference? Is that roughing? Is that unsportsmanlike? These are interpretations that we're going to have to live with in the moment forever. But distance, geography, where are you on the field? That's stuff that we can officially track now. The Hawkeye tracking service not only tracks the line to gain measurement and adds cameras to stadium to track players, officials, the ball, everything. The optimal tracking system notifies officials instantly if a first down was gained after a ball has been spotted by hand. If we could just eliminate that damn hand. That's the thing that's screwing things up, right? Let's see. The last note I guess I have for you on football is that our friend Dave Lombardi will be joining us Monday. Dave Lombardi, who does a great job covering the 49ers for The Athletic. He'll be joining us on Monday during our 11 o'clock show. Kruger is going to be back at it with me Friday on Wake Up. We're going to get you through the first week of padded practice for the 49ers. Friday's an off day for them, so Larry won't be at camp, which means we'll be doing Wake Up together. And David Lombardi on Monday at 11, booked. Looking forward to talking to Dave. So, you watched the Giants last night? What a bounce they got out of their trade deadline, right? Oh, no, that's right. Nothing happened. Well, again, they traded Soler, but it was really a salary dump more than a trade because the return was such a gargantuan yawn. Third baseman who's not ready to play Major League Baseball, and Tyler Matzik, who is a journeyman who spent several years in a row not playing baseball in the middle of his career for whatever reason. I don't know. If you're telling me he went to Japan for a little while, great. I didn't even bother to look this up. I don't really care. But, if he was dealing with some health issue, I'm sorry, Tyler. I don't know about that. But again, you don't want to see a guy who got drafted back in 2012, pitches in 2012, 13, 14, and then there's like this 4-year gap until he's allowed to pitch again. And then he's not had, there's not a lot there. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But this whole thing, remember, the whole thing by the Giants was couched as we're opening up at bats finally for Luciano. And Luciano, who's been crushing in the minors, is now going to get these at bats. Okay, so Luciano in a game where the Giants are having a lot of trouble getting the ball on the bat. He's one of the guys who actually rips a double earlier in the game, but then he gets pulled for a pinch hitter in a big at-bat in the ninth. Why? Lefty-righty combo? Dude, this is a young guy whose confidence you're trying to grow, whose confidence you're now betting on, whose presence in your lineup you just made a trade to ensure will be a more of, not a less than, situation. Let the kid get going. Again, the Giants are so married to math, which isn't working great for them, that they've completely eliminated any human element. Guy getting hot, guy getting confident, guy getting rolling. Again, Soler is gone. Luciano, first game back, first big moment he's facing, pinch hit for him. Why? Great development. Great confidence boost. Apparently, Farhan told Alex Pavlovich never really got close to trading Blake Snell. Great. So he can have a year that probably will be decent enough for him on the back end to where he'll be opting out, and Blake Snell, instead of leaving and getting something back for the Giants, Blake Snell will leave and the Giants will get nothing. So Farhan said he never really got close to trading Snell. Well, Tuesday night, they never really got close to beating the Oakland A's. It was a 5-2 loss for the Giants on Tuesday night. And Farhan will tell you that he's got some of the best pitching now in all of baseball. That's right before his pitching gives up 4 home runs to the more interesting, more fun to watch, better built than the Giants kind of are, Oakland A's. Even though their results aren't there, the A's are pretty interesting. Too bad, though. Logan Webb versus Ross Stripling, and this will be the last game ever that the Oakland A's play in the city of San Francisco unless these two teams meet in the World Series this year. I can't even say it. Why'd the Giants get beat so badly last night? Well, again, a team hits 4 home runs against you. The odds are you're probably going to lose that game. 7 shutout innings, though, from Cy Young candidate J.P. Spears. Oh, did I say Cy Young candidate? What I meant was he's 8-8 with a 4.53 ERA. But last night, he looked like Nolan Ryan. So, go get him, Team Farhan. 1 game past the trade deadline and womp, 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 womp. Oy, oy, oy. Super duper. Enjoy the Olympics tonight. Enjoy the rest of your day today. Enjoy each other's company whenever you can get together. Let's see. Words of Wisdom says the Justice League would slap the pansy Avengers around. So the Justice League delivers the ultimate chessboard piece, right? I mean, the chess piece on the board is you got Superman. If you got Superman on your team, I don't care if the other team has, a guy in an Iron Man suit, the Incredible Hulk. The Superman will whoop the Incredible Hulk's ass. Superman is unbeatable. So, yeah, the Justice League probably would beat the Avengers because, you got a Scarlett Johansson. Her superpower is sexy kicking. It's probably not going to, really threaten Wonder Woman. And, again, Hawkeye is bow and arrows, which back in, olden times might have been a really good way to do some serious battle. To be married to a bow and arrow at this point in combat feels a little outdated. But again, Jeremy Renner, he got the run. Congratulations to him. Thor could be a problem. But not for Superman, though, right? What outranks the other guy on the superhero depth chart? A Kryptonian or a god? I'm on Team Superman there too, I believe. And by the way, I'm not even a big comic book guy. I know people really, really care about this stuff. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys who really cares about this stuff, the comic book stuff. Michael Bradley says, hey, man, human error is how you fix games. Look, I don't think there's a lot of game fixing happening, but you are right. I don't think it's something that we really got to worry about. Vlad says, you take the human error out of a sport that now has a massive gambling element to it is the right thing to do. Yeah. I mean, now that betting is so universal, the whole point of ref got that wrong, ump screwed it up is left just, it's harder to just laugh that off as, no big whoop, nothing really here happened. No, you got the things happening. Damon, remember Phil Luckett? Oh, yeah, he was the NFL's version of Angel Hernandez. Luckett screwed up the coin flip. He did. I do remember that. How do you screw up a coin flip? Albert says, look, Greg Johnson is to the Giants as John Fisher is to the A's. Look, Greg Johnson is not good at this at all, but he's a billion times better of an owner than frickin' John Fisher is. Complain about whatever you want about the San Francisco Giants. No one's questioning where they're going to live or what their zip code is. No one's saying that you got to go watch Giants games down in San Jose at a minor league ballpark. That's what the A's are doing. It is nuts of me, by the way, to say that this is the last ever Oakland A's game. I could absolutely envision the A's going up to Sacramento, that not working out, Vegas dying on the vine, and somehow, some way, them tucking their tail between their legs and coming back to Oakland, maybe under a new ownership, maybe. I don't know. How about this? Whatever it takes to eliminate John Fisher, the chances of the A's coming back to Oakland feels like they increase. So we're just all here for the elimination of John Fisher. And I just happen to be wearing a Last Dive Bar anti-Fisher baseball club t-shirt. How about that? Coincidence? You know, it's funny you said this, Smiley Dan, because I thought both guys were sort of like off their game last night too. Kruk and Kipe were just, they were a little stiff. They were a little off on the names. They were a little, I think Kruk and Kipe would lean into the microphone and tell you this team ain't very good. And Farhan isn't particularly good at it either, if they were being honest, if they weren't being paid to pretend nothing's wrong here. What I also don't like about Kruk and Kipe is the way that they put on like all the Giants team gear now. They're basically dressed in City Connect jerseys during the broadcast. Both those guys are way too entrenched as broadcasters to have to do that candy ass hometown. Let's also wear the uniform bullshit. Stop it. It's undignified. This is the ultimate insult. Farhan probably on the metric system as well. Maybe that's why he can't line up, trades and money and contracts, because everyone's talking in U.S. dollars and pounds and ounces. He's on the metric system. He's using, I don't know, maybe Deutschmarks to pay people. I don't know. I don't know what Farhan's problem is, but that guy, he's kind of lost me. Damon, the A's and Giants can play each other in San Francisco during interleague play. Well, they're only playing during interleague play, and the interleague play that they have left this year after this game is over at the Coliseum. I don't think they're going to be back here. And here's the deal. Those A's, once they're in Sacramento, they ain't the Oakland A's anymore. So that's what I mean. This is the last possible 9 innings of Oakland A's baseball in San Francisco ever. The Bay Bridge series, I guess, will become the I-80 series. You call it the Nut Tree series. Farhan is a double agent for the Dodgers. How about this? If I were to argue he weren't, what would be my best argument? I don't know. I don't know. Can Rick Mighty Bone give us a sad trombone soundbite for future Giants talk? We do the wah, wah. All right. I got to go and... I got to go and take care of IKEA. Is there anything less cool to do than that? Is there anything more on brand for a 49-year-old father of 2 than I have to go bring the Kia into the frickin' dealership? God, that is just adult level, awful, boring. Ugh. That's the life I'm living today. By the way, Smiley Dan, you're right about this. 40-minute tweezer last night, same as the 40-minute simple you told me about. 40 minutes is the new 30 minutes from Fish, apparently. My buddy Tom Ackerman, love me some Tom Ackerman. Tom Ackerman in St. Louis, guy I went to college with. He's a huge broadcaster in St. Louis. He's a sports director at KMOX. Ackerman was there. And I texted him during the tweezer. I'm like, how you feeling, man? He's like, oh, man, this is great. So, 40 minutes, baby. 40 minutes for tweezer. I haven't listened to it yet. I just listened this morning, though, to the 40-minute simple from Alpine Valley Saturday night while I was getting ready and making coffee. Maybe that's why I forgot it upstairs. Anyways, there you go. You got Cody Schrader, after I remembered to turn my mic on, you got the rantings of a 49-year-old man who has a not cool day right in front of him. What else did you get here? Otis, great to see you, brother. You got my coffee. You got the cardboard. You got the recycling. You got the garbage and recycling that is the San Francisco Giants. You got your 49er update. You got the news that Dave Lombardi's going to be joining us. You've been told to go to Ike's. You've been told to go to the Dubliners. You've been told that we're going to go with BetUS as the official betting app and portal for the show going forward, beginning tomorrow. And that must mean tomorrow is August 1st. And if it's August 1st, that means we're officially closer to maximum football. Maximum football! Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? We are officially now, oh my gosh. Let's do the math today. We are 3 days away from Jack's 5th birthday. I got to tell you, this morning I'm dropping him off. He's in his car seat. The radio's on, and he's got I could see he's got a little well of tears in his eyes. And I said, Jack, what's wrong? He said, No, I'm happy, Daddy. The song's just a little pretty. It was Keep On Loving You by REO Speedwagon. Jack's on the wagon. So there you go. So my kid felt I'm going to Keep On Loving You by REO Speedwagon this morning. I didn't have that one on my bingo card, but that's the way it's 3 days away from Jack's 5th birthday. We're now 10 days away from 49ers Titans preseason opener. We're 22 days away from Ozzy turning 3. We'll find out what songs are bringing him to tears soon enough. 40 days away from Niners and Jets. Monday Night Football. And there you go. If anyone needs me, I'll be at the Kia dealership in Burlingame. Mark, don't let him get into Journey. Yeah, he's a little too young for Journey right now. But again, I'm gonna keep on loving you. I never really liked that song. Now it's gonna have a special place in my heart forever. There you go. And then maybe it's time for me to get an REO Speedwagon. It's not time to get an REO Speedwagon. No, it's not the time. But it is time for me to say thank you so much for watching, for listening, whether you're on YouTube, the podcast, subscribe, baby. It grows. It officially grows. And thank you for being a part of it. It means an awful lot. Let me tell you, sports don't build character, my friends. They reveal it.